Alright. Alright then. Let's get started. Sorry for the late stream, but the sleep schedule's still kind of screwed, so I am working on that. Alright, game, please launch. Don't give me any problems. Here we go. Alright. Oh, it's doing this again. That's pleasant. It always seems to do this every single time I try to play games. Like, the controller support doesn't work initially until, after a while. Alright. Well, welcome back. So now it's time to start going for the other endings. Ah, yes. Mm-hmm. Nothing in our stomach pocket, so that's at least a little bit good. Let me start off by getting some food, though. Some tasty little fellas. Alright. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, also, my parents are back, so, yeah, there's gonna be that happening, I guess. I'm hoping that it doesn't happen nearly as often, though. Alright, but yeah, let's go and find some rats. And start eating the rats. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, we just need to get out of here temporarily. And yeah, I know we're doing an unprotected warp, but let's be honest, this is pretty much the fastest way out. Oh shit. Alright. Yeah, as much as I don't like this walk, it is at least peaceful. And it's a good way to start anyways, you know, just start off getting stuff done. Yeah, I probably should also check to see exactly how my progress is looking in terms of other things I need to do. Hmm. Alright, yeah, there we go. There's a much simpler path like that. To be honest, I kind of miss, I don't know, you know what? I don't know, really. I don't know what I'm missing, to be honest. There we go. That's how it's done. I don't know which warp I should use, though, to be honest. I think that's something we'll be asking ourselves later. Because I don't really think of an answer. Hmm. All I can think of is that I'm just gonna keep climbing like this. And there we go. Alright. There really isn't much to say about the climb up, to be honest. But, like, really, at the end of the day, it's just as simple as get some karma flowers and start fucking warping. Because really, at the end of the day, we're not playing Rain World anymore. We're playing Rock World. So that means we gotta make a decision. Where do we go next? Where do I go first? I think the easiest would be to start off by just simply going to by choosing a random region, rotting it, and then running away. Hey Natasha, how's it going? I'm doing well myself. I'm just playing some more Rain World. So, yeah, we're just playing more Rain World. Trying to do some... we're playing Rock World instead! God damn. Oh, look at this region, though. Yeah, not particularly pleasant seeing Crate Land turned into fucking Rot Land. Alright, so we're now gonna randomly warp and see exactly where we end up. It's gotta be somewhere new. Oh hey, look at that. Signal Spires. So look at that though, we have successfully... I'm pretty sure this is not a region I've brought it yet. At all. So now comes the ultimate goal of just surviving now. Because once you warp and rot a region, you then gotta survive that cycle and actually, in order to actually successfully rot it. I'm identifying potential locations to go to. It's kind of tricky looking for a shelter. On the bright side, though, I won't have to worry about finding shelter. At least, I won't have to worry about the timer. What the fuck is going on here, though? I see a lot of ripple spawn everywhere, coming from below that way. Like going down a stream of some kind. Well, if all else fails, we ride. But first though, what's going on down here? It's like a stream is happening downstairs. Interesting. I've never seen this phenomenon before. I've never seen a phenomenon like that. Ripples spawn just everywhere. Alright, and officially, Signal Spires has been infected. Oh, wait, whoa, look at that. We're in the location of a Weaver. Get me out of here, then. I don't know. I don't want to be in the location with the Weaver right now. Otherwise, I'm going to end up screwing myself out of this path. Oh, yes, yes, buddy. You know what it is. You know what it is, buddy. Haha. Hmm. I won't even need to worry about dying at this point. We have successfully spread the rot. That guy just kicked his own ass. I don't know if I should be concerned. Might as well, you know? Oh yeah, you know what it is. Yeah. There we go. I don't even need to wait for fucking whales. I've never seen a phenomenon where all the ripple spawn are just doing this. Like, they're just flowing like a stream. To be honest. Like, I've never seen this phenomenon before. Sure. This is some new shit for me. Yeah, it's like they're streaming from here. It's like a stream of ripple spawn starting from this area, and this area is no longer available. Uh oh. Oh, fuck me. Dude, 9. Alright. Well, on the bright side, we have officially spread the rot, and I've found the source of the ripple spawn. It's from one end to another. A really fascinating phenomenon I've never seen in this game prior, but it's really cool. Honestly. Really cool. Weirdly satisfying as well, just watching them all stream their way up. Like the— ah! Fucking dropwigs. I despise them with all of my might. Of course there'd be a fucking dropwig while I'm talking about how cool it is that these ripple spawn are just like flying on a stream. Fucking dropwigs, I swear to God. You gotta be on your fucking toes. Paying attention. On the bright side, I'm not even worried about dying until like I start spreading the rot again, because my ripple level is locked. Ready, steady. Ah. I accidentally threw a rock at it. There you go, that's for getting me last time, so fuck you. But where are these guys going to, though, I wonder? Like, where's the stream going? It feels incredibly weird that that what initially started as like a stream trying to spread the rot is now turned into a stream where I am now following a stream. A river of sorts, you know? Oh, for fuck's sake. Little bitch. You ruined everything. What? How is that a lethal bite? That was a fucking lethal bite, I swear. Also, hold on, I was being considered then lizard. Lizard kills you. God damn. God damn. What is this? Oh, thank fucking God. Hmm. Oh, well, that's barely good news, honestly. Still. Hmm. That's fucking wild. Still a bad idea, in my opinion, to do age verification. But I'm not gonna talk about it this stream because I think I think you already know exactly what I would say anyways. Ah, fucking hell, man. That was a close one, lads. Uh, Pay attention to the fucking ceiling because I don't want shit to deal with. Oh, yeah, I see it. You think you're clever? Because you place a fucking berry right there. Guess what? You're not. There you go. Now bleed out and die, you stupid little fucker. Stupid motherfuckers. I swear. This guy was a fucking pain in my ass back then. But as long as you pay attention, these guys aren't terrible. They die in like a single spear throw. But you... So that's not what makes them dangerous. What makes them dangerous is that you never see them coming. Because drop eggs are little shits. Oh, brother. Hmm. Yeah, there's something up here. So they're going up. Problem is, like, the only way up is to, quite literally go all the way that way. Yeah, let's just go this way again. See exactly how my progress is looking. Oh, for fuck's sake. Always spawning me with the bloody lizards. Right outside my doorstep. At the very least. Alright, so now we're gonna switch up an area in which we're gonna warp from. Assuming, of course, I can actually climb up this bloody thing. Alright. Let's start infecting then, shall we? Let's do this. Let's do this. Buddha 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 Boo. But yeah, this is ultimately my strategy. It's that I start off by going to one region, and then I go to many different regions, and then rot every region like that. Ah, shit. This area looks more lively now that the rot's coming. To be honest. Like, maybe it's just me, but it seems like cold storage is that one region that seems to become more lively the more it gets rot. And aye, we're here. Fucking salination. Great. Well, on the bright side, it is salination. So that means that I get this shit out of the way. Faster. Unfortunately, the ever-present fucking barnacles are always going to be in my... always going to be a pain in the ass to deal with, let's be honest. We would need... logically speaking, the fastest way to, like, you know, rot a region in the Watch DLC would be to, like... Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. Logically, that would be the... You know what? The logical fastest way would be to, like, you know, spend 20 cycles surviving, and then watch as the regions become more and more succumbed to the rot. That's the logical way to handle it. I don't know why the rooms don't show up on the maps, though. That just seems like a very weird, quirky bug. Wait until that guy's out of the way, and then we start swimming. Oh, brother. Yeah, I don't miss doing this, honestly. I hate the anglerfish. They're terrifying to me. Like, they scare me. Unironically. Just looking at these guys. God damn. Worst part is that that guy is in, like, the way. Forward. Uh. What the hell? Hold on. It wasn't what I thought it was. Anyways. Oh, man. Fuck this. Fuck this, man. Fuck this shit, dog. Oh, fucking hell, man. It's the fucking crabs. The fucking crabs that are slowing me down. Little asshole. Fucking crabs, I swear to God. They're the reason this region sucks so much to explore. What room am I in? I know I'm in the room that borders heat ducts. So hold on, we're actually going to use the wiki. We're going to use Rainworld's wiki. Because, like, I can't even be screwed to try to figure it out through this map. This map is... I feel like the map isn't working. And I, honest to God, do not understand what is going on with the map. It's just not working for some reason. I need to zoom this in. Oh my God. Alright, so I'm in this small room. It looks like the only way through then... Yeah, okay, so I just gotta make it past a few pipes. Like, I just have to, like, go down this way. Just gotta go down, like, down, and I just gotta keep going right, then go up, 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 and then I'll be at shelter. Alright. Oh, for fuck's sake. This guy. Spawn. Right outside my door as well. I swear, this is not good. I'm just gonna take a giant fucking risk. Never mind. Never mind. That was not a good idea at all. But It was informative at the end of the day. That's all I needed. Informative results. And in that case, the information you provided me was, you're a fucking stupid little bitch. You think you can escape fate? No, you have to deal with the fucking anglerfish. While also dealing with fucking barnacle crabs as well. Jesus Christ, the barnacle crabs. Fuck them still. Up. Yep, fuck him. He's dead and gone. Alright, well, let's go ahead and rot salination last, then. I'm pretty sure no matter what, like, if I just warp in that same room, then it's going to send me to salination anyways, because the warp system isn't nearly as random as you might think it is. It's only kind of random. Because the game uses a seed system to determine exactly where you will warp to. That's just how it works in this game. Like, it will seed a location. Like, the seeds are basically just for determining where you will warp to anytime you use your warp ability. At least that's what I gather, judging by the fact that the Watcher DLC does have, like, a seed system. And the only thing I can piece together is that it just determines exactly where the random warps are actually just going to warp you to, because it's not really random. There we go. Had to get in position there, but made it in the end. Oh my fucking god, I hate that it always does this to me! Alright, new plan then. New plan. New plan. Take the rot. Take it, rot. There we go. Just gotta leave it temporarily and then back in. And this is what we do. New room time. Oh, are you shitting me? It's fucking salination still. I swear to God, I hate this. It's always bloody salination, I swear. Yeah, there's the fish. It's right there. Great. Are you... Stop it! Stop it! Stop! Man. Oh my God. Oh yeah, see, look. There he is. He's just patrolling that area. What a little bitch. Man, can you patrol a different area, dude, instead of, like, the one of 2 pits that I have to go down? Man, come on! Dude, he's literally just sitting there, menacingly. Fucking hell. I swear. I swear to God, I have to, like, get on the other side just so I can reach a fucking shelter. Oh my God, could you just move out of the way? You can't even fucking move out of the way, you little shit. Oh my God, and it's the only way forward. Oh my God, what an asshole. He is such an asshole, man. I swear. Yeah, like, there's no other way. It's that one pit that he's blocking. Oh God, I hate that so much. Well, that's just great. This is great, dude. That's just wonderful. Fantastic. Fantastic game. Fan-fucking-tastic. Swear to God. Go to hell, game. This is some serious bullshit. That's not making me feel better about anything, though. Ah! That's not supposed to be like that. Oh god. Hmm. I have no idea where I am. Dear God. There's gotta be like a shelter somewhere though. Oh. Oh, that yellow lizard has rot now. Wow. Pleasant. This shelter's gotta be somewhere, right? I mean, I don't find many shelters in Heat Duct, but like, I know that there is shelter somewhere, like, I don't know. Gotta exist somewhere. Jesus Christ. Don't push me off, you fucking trolls. Yeah, thanks, Centipede. Did me a favor there. Now how am I gonna do this? Wow. Far from the worst situation I'm in. I don't think Salination's gonna be infected though. However, the good news is that at least we have a link between salination and heat ducts. So, if all else fails, I'll just have to keep on trying. Yep, salination is infected. Here we go. Yeah, I'm just looking at this map and I'm just realizing just how ridiculous this is gonna get. Having to infect every region is gonna be a pain in the ass. Spreading this rot's influence takes a while because you really need to know exactly where every warp point is. I think the spread of rot is ultimately going to come down to like two factors. Factor number one is how infected the region you currently are in is, and then factor number two is how infected the room itself is. Like, the room you warp out of has a different rot value or something, I guess. That just determines how infected it is as a room. But it seems to be based off of those two factors. Oh man. This sucks. The bone shakers are basically just placed in areas that are meant to inconvenience you like crazy. And yes, those are bone shakers, by the way. Yeah. They just exist to inconvenience you a little bit more. Alright. Alright, not too shabby. Jesus Christ. This isn't what I asked for. Actually, no, I didn't ask for any of this shit at all. I didn't ask to deal with this shit at all, honestly. What kind of bullshit did I just walk myself into? We're only an hour into stream, and we've only successfully, like, infected, like, 2 regions because I have been struggling to survive. Better not have walked into the maw of another! Ah! Ah! Wow! Jesus Christ! This game can make me feel tense. Like, I swear to God, this game makes me feel like I'm going through several feelings of insanity. Alright, well, we'll have to, like, work our way around. But Jesus Christ! Oh, for fuck's sake. Bloody centipede. Get out. Don't follow me back, you stupid fucking lizards. In any case, though, we infected salination successfully. So let's just continue spreading this rot's influence. We have to do it one by one, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if there's like a faster way to like spread the rot at all. If there is, then let me know, because I'd be dying to know. I'm very curious to see if there's like a faster way of doing it anyways. Now, brother, what's in this room? Oh. Oh, great. It's Coral Caves, I remember. I remember this place. What it was like. Not particularly pleasant seeing a region that I'm so familiar with turn into, like, a rotten mess. To be honest. Yeah, that's right. Take that. Yeah, look at this place. It's all fucking goopy and disgusting. Gross. Oh, this region just looks untouched, though. Or at least this part of the region just looks untouched, though. That's just great. Rot does spread every cycle as long as you're, you know. So I'm pretty sure what you have to do is you have to look for rooms that are absolutely covered in the rot. Every single visit with spinning top would accelerate the rot spread by 20 cycles. There we go. Another spade lizard. I'm just gonna call these spade lizards. Because that seems like an apt name for them, you know? Oh, what the fuck? What the hell's on the other side there? That I snapped with a spear. It'd be really funny if I managed to snipe a seaweed. That would have been really funny, to be honest. I don't think it was, but, like, it'd be really funny if I thought. I managed to somehow snipe something from that far, judging by the presence of that weird splash. Oh, fuck God's sakes. Ah. Ah, okay, I see that. Now, the seaweed's freaking out like crazy. So I did snipe it. I don't know how I managed to snipe a seaweed from that far, but it's so funny to me that it happened. Like, it's not necessarily the fact that I sniped the seaweed, it's the fact that I even... okay. You know what? Never mind, I'm not gonna try to say it, but it's really funny regardless. God damn, it's so bad down here. Jesus Christ. I haven't really explored this region much thoroughly, honestly. At all, to be honest. Oh. Oh, this part just looks pretty peaceful. Many parts of this region look less peaceful, though. In the real, it's just kinda... Ah! Oh, would you look at that? A warp region. I hope that this area is rotted enough so that way when I warp to Aether Ridge, it actually becomes infected. Through proximity alone. And yes, this is Aether Ridge, by the way. Oh, hey, look, it's got goop on it. That means it's being infected now. Honestly, Aether Ridge has always been an interesting region. I just never got around to playing it because of the fact that, well, it's not on the Steam Workshop. And a rework of it is available, but, you know, not the same thing as the actual region itself being on the list. Oh my god! There we go. Jesus Christ. Honestly, it's just kind of windy here. It's just very windy. Very windy. Okay, I have a faster way for it then. Welcome back to the Ridge. Works, fellers. So all I have to do is just go down and then pray. That's how I feel right now. If it doesn't work, then it would then that probably means that, you know, like only warps from like the karma flowers would work, which would be really dumb if it was the case, honestly. Let's check the map and see how it is. Yeah, it's worked, alright. It works. So now all I have to do is, I don't know, connect more rotted regions, I guess. Just gotta keep connecting, you know? I just gotta keep on rotting. Like, I think I mentioned this already, but I find it really interesting that Daemon is, like, at the center of all of this. Because, like, out of all the regions, Daemon stays consistently in the center no matter how I rotate it. Meanwhile, this dodecahedron of regions just, you know, rotates. There's some storytelling with this, and I'm actually quite a big fan of that. Now, if I survive a cycle, the rot has a random chance of spreading. Right now, Aether Ridge has been freshly infected, so as such, I don't think it's gonna be too noticeable just yet. Oh, shut up. I'm not updating yet. Oh my god. I'm not. That's just my Stream Deck update being ready. I haven't even used that thing in a while, I'm gonna be real. And that's mostly because, like, I haven't really had a use for it yet. Like, I bought it because I figured I might need it at some point, and you know what? I might need it at some point still. It's just that right now it's just sort of... Oh! I did not press the pause button, game. I just wanted to be clear, I did not press the pause button. I don't know why it thought I pressed the pause button. I pressed Y and X. Well, okay, faster way out then, sure. It's a faster way to deal with it anyways, so might as well. I'm getting back to Aether Ridge. Not Aether. I'm getting back to fucking Outer Rim. Jesus Christ, though. I don't know what's going on with my brain today, but it feels a bit woozy. That mushroom tree is alive. I hate that so much. To be honest, I really like the animated backgrounds here, though. It really does imply that this place is actually living on its own. Like, just look at the pulsing. Like, when you first enter the region, it's not pulsing, it's not breathing, but then, like, anytime afterwards, as you spread the rot, it starts to pulsate. It breathes. It lives. And it is hungry. It gives me a bit of a new appreciation for this region, even though I still think having to go to this region 4 fucking times in a row, is definitely still pretty tedious. I still find that part of the process tedious, having to revisit Outer Rim a lot, just so you can spread the rot. But at the very least, you know, I have an appreciation for this region a bit, or at least a bit more appreciation for this region at least now, because of the fact that, you know, I have more experience. So I end up handling things better. Even if it isn't traditionally fun, it's still, you know, at least really cool seeing just what's implicated in Outer Rim. Leave one slime mold in here. We need it later. Actually, I don't even need it right now. I just need, like, one more rotten fruit. Don't worry about the Weaver, though, by the way, guys. I'll visit him later down the line, but first I want this stream to be the stream where I brought, like, 90% of the regions. And then the rest of the 10% will probably be done next stream. Because I want, like, this week to be, like, you know, I don't know how else to put it, like, I want this week to be, like, you know, the week where I finished The Watcher officially. Because as much as I love this campaign, and yeah, that's not a joke, I do think that this campaign is actually quite good. It has its problems, but it is quite good. It's just that its launch period was bad, and there is definitely some serious tedium with getting the ending. Or at least the Rot Prince ending. Though I am looking forward to seeing what this other ending is gonna be. But at first we have to do the Rot Prince ending, because we need that crown upon the thorn at the end of the day. Right, so that room prior, though, like, when I went to Aether Ridge, that room just led me back to Salination, so that's not gonna be what we do. Instead of going there, we'll instead go into a different room, and a different region. And then we begin the warping process, all over again. Oh, shite. See. This is what I was trying to do. I was trying to backwards throw, but instead I was just not, because I'm bad at doing this. Man, why do I suck at this move all of a sudden? I don't normally suck, but like, god damn. God damn, how am I sucking so bad at the backwards throws? Like, that's not normal. That's not right. I shouldn't be sucking this hard at backwards throws. Oh, here we are. Oh, for fuck's... how am I... Okay, that's on me. Ah, for fuck's sake. Alright, now I just gotta avoid dying a stupid death. Though if you know me, dying stupid deaths is a guarantee. The moment I say I'm gonna avoid dying a stupid death, well, that's when you know I'm full of shit, because I'm always going to somehow die in some ridiculous manner. God. I still like to climb up the throne though. Like, yeah, sure, it's long, but like, hey, it's a decent platforming challenge. And instead of just walking straight with no challenge, you instead have to like climb up these vines. So I still enjoy the climb for the most part, even though the walk up can be a bit long. You know what, actually, let's give our good old friend the Prince a bit of a fun convo. I wanna like... Cause like, you know, it's been a while, we might as well see how he is doing. After all, it's been many aeons since our last conversation. Alright. There we go. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Let's give him a nice little talk, you know? I mean, let's just see how he's doing. I mean, after all, this guy's actually the best of the bunch. When you think about it, actually. Like, sure, there's the whole spread my rot thing, but he considers us an equal, and that's what I like to hear, you know? I like being considered an equal. He's like, when I ask you to spread my rod, you'll reply with how far. Do I make myself clear? But yeah, seriously, he's just the best boy. He considers us an equal, and he is very nice and talkative. Even with the whole spread my rot thing going on with him. Alright. Yeah, I want to discuss that, by the way. He's not wholly them, but he does know their imperative. I would assume he was talking about the iterators there. Because that would make sense, you know? It would make sense if he's talking about the iterators, because the iterators are under this, like, imperative to constantly find the solution to their great problem. But the problem is that there is no solution, really, at the end of the day, if you try to brute force it. If you're just trying to brute force Ascension, you're just gonna go down a bad route. Ah, shit. We're back here, though. I don't think I've ever went this way. Never mind, I did go this way before. I'm not going that way, though. I'm instead going this way. It is very rotten in here. I kind of dig this aesthetic, though. I'm gonna be real. This aesthetic is really cool and really neat. This region is barely even, like, this area is barely even rotted, so... Let's fix that quickly. Hold on. Let's fix this problem that we have here. Of areas being less rotten than others, and hope that it fixes itself. Slowly. Let's check all the regions that we should probably do as well, by the way. Because, like, right now, it's Aether Ridge that's been infected. So if I can connect all of our infected regions together, we would need to go to Pillar Grove, we would need to go to, like, Torrid Desert, Fractured Gateways, pretty much everywhere. This is the sole reason why I avoided talking to the Weaver, by the way. It's because if I talk to the Weaver at any point during our journey, it gets one step closer into being locked out of this ending. I should also note that the salination map seems to be kind of broken in some areas, because, like, it sometimes just doesn't load in the actual rooms on the map. So it does become frustrating. That being said, there's one good thing about this whole thing. Is that I don't even need to worry about going back to salination for a bit. Oh, hey, look, see? That was a good idea, hmm? That was a wonderful idea. That's a wonderful idea. They said, not realizing that the next room is probably not infected enough to actually be worth using. Was that my name I just heard? I mean in the real world, not in this game. Anyways, this region's a little gloopy now, or at least this room's a little gloopy. But, not the next room, unfortunately. So we need that room to, like, become more infected, because this room is now infected a little bit by the rot. But remember, it's not enough. It's never enough. When he says, spread my rot, I ask, how far? Ah, brother, this guy's infected as well. Fuck's sake. Well, okay, then. We should probably go down a bit. To be honest, the scavengers are going to make a huge mistake if they actually try to attack that thing, because depending on how infected it is, it could potentially pose even more of a threat if we attack it. I mentioned it before, but, like, just to give you an idea as to how dangerous they can get, if they're incredibly infected by the rot, then they pose a major threat if you dare do so much as look at them the wrong way. Oh shit. That's fucking great. I just gotta avoid dying. There's a passage to heat ducts there, but we don't want to go there yet. We want to go find safety. I need to find shelter. Have a shelter nearby. Oh! Oh god, that was a close call, lads! Close call, lads! God damn it! I wasn't paying attention for a moment, so I didn't think. Ah, okay, there was a faster one, though. Oh, for God's sake. We got pink lizards there, though. That's the problem. It does this sometimes, where it looks like... I'm not even sure what happens, because you're supposed to, like, warp into the other side, the ripple space, as I'm gonna call it. But sometimes it just bugs out like this. I don't know what the cause of it is, but it's likely just, like, you know, a minor cosmetic issue with loading it in. Hey, I ain't complaining, though. Besides, with the Watcher, it's very easy to get the monk trait, provided you find some fruit, of course. Anyways, I hope Stormy Coast got infected, because I warped in a room that was infected. Pretty hard as well. Yep, it's infected. So, next step. We warp back to Coral Caves, and then with my Karma Flower, I go... And once we're back in Coral Caves, I then have to check on its progress to see how well the rot has spread, and then I'm gonna keep warping throughout Coral Caves until, like, I, you know, get the results that I'm looking for, because I need results. We need to spread the rot. These cycles are going to be fairly quick if I do this as well. All I have to do is just make sure I have enough food, and then boom. That's the one thing I can say about it, is that if you're very smart, you can make each cycle in this route insanely quick. Since all you have to do is just locate a room. Heat ducts is another area I could go back to, actually, because, like, you know what? We can use heat ducts. Because heat ducts is also infected. So we might as well use heat ducts as well. I rarely use heat ducts as a warp point. But first, we gotta find the area of heat ducts that's completely covered in the rot's influence. This is not that, though. Not him, brother. Ah, don't fucking risk it, dude. Dude, that was tense. Ah, fuck me. Ah, fuck that. Oh, shit. I didn't make it into the door, so now I have to wait. Oh, come on. Come on, game. Come on, get in. There we go. Fucking hell. Ah, brother. This is the worst game of identify the correct path. To go down. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder. Never mind. Hmm. I'm trying to look for a region that's most infected. Or at least an area in this region that's most infected. Because that's gonna at least give me, like, a good vantage point for warping. Oh, something just died down there. Hmm. Hmm. Something's causing that down there to, like, completely fail. Ah. Ah, okay, it was a rock. I guess rocks can be used for that as well then. That's pretty cool. Never knew that about this game. I would have to experiment more with all the mechanics in this game in order to figure that out. Yeah, I guess that the rocks will take like 3 blunks of thermal relays before they die. Now that's not good. That is not good, lads. Oh, hey, look, actually, a faster way to, like, infect some regions. Assuming, of course, those areas are sufficiently rotted enough. We need sufficient rot spread, alright? Also, I can't help but feel like that just looks like a beating heart. Oh my god, are you shitting me? Never mind. This is pain. Never mind, this is a pain in the ass to deal with then. And we got a Weaver in this area as well. I don't want to hear any more nonsense from this guy. Seems like he's since moved on to Turbulent Pump, though. Oh wait, no, never mind. The Weaver was never here in the first place because I already met him in this area. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Still, though, assuming that we can get this area a bit more infected, because I want to make sure I can infect it, first and foremost. Why are my eyes like this? It's actually something I didn't think about. Why are my eyes so fucking closed right now? get out of here. Oh, come on. This is not what I was looking for. Wait, actually, no, this is. Actually, this isn't Aether Ridge, this is the surface. Okay, so technically speaking, I am looking for this. Now it's time to survive. Oh shit, hold on. I just need to find, like, a good shelter. It's up there, all the way up there. Okay, so challenge then. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge making my way up to the shelter. Uh oh. I don't like that, to be honest. That fucking Pokemon. Alright, now this region's been infected. Spread the influence. Let's start spreading, shall we? I gotta say though, if this is a substantial amount of progress, then that's great. Yep, it's a substantial amount of progress being made. We're making so much progress on this ending, in fact. So then comes the burning question, can we infect Pillar Grove? I would have to go back to Shrouded Stacks, but you know, Pillar Grove would be a good pick. I don't know. Let's see. We can also go back to like Fetid Glen or some shit. I don't know. I just need to like spread this rot everywhere. So far, I've infected a lot of the regions. There are like only 2 regions that... Actually, no, technically like 3 regions that act as the exception to the rot this region rule. Those 3 regions are Shattered Terrace, Ancient Urban, and Daemon. Because those regions are just not affected by the rot, I guess. I don't know. It's just fucking weird. I'm heading back to Outer Rim though. We've made some substantial progress in this rot, so let's go ahead and go back to Outer Rim to recuperate. God damn it. No, never mind. We're not going back to Outer Rim. Welcome back to Crumbling Fringes. Yeah, that's just great. Game. Just teleport me straight back to Outskirts, but it's completely covered in rot. Yeah, like I said, it's just completely covered in rot. I do love the visual storytelling in these areas, though. But at a certain point, it's like, at a certain point, like Spinning Top says, at a certain point, it's all just like this. Blip blip everywhere. Dripping drops. Blech. It's disgusting. And I hate it. Ew. I will say though, that's some fucking sick ass music. Uh oh. Oh god. That was a close one, lads. That was a close one. Again. I swear to god. Whenever a red lizard pops up, the only response I have is fucking panic. And that's because rot lizards are, like, red lizards are easily the worst in terms of how you deal with them. There's no safe way to deal with them outside of just pray. Also, there's that. Fucking... Yeah, this is not a glitch, by the way. This is actually intended behavior in this game. Yeah, weirdly enough, the rot here seems to also transcend the ripple as well, as it appears in both realms. Which is incredibly interesting when you think about it. Because, like, the rot lizards don't appear in the ripple, but apparently these fucking pustules of rot do. Of course, this is fine and dandy until you actually have to get somewhere, in which cases they block the fucking exit every single time. There you go. Is that Bone Shaker literally at, like, 0 HP and it's just somehow clinging onto life? That would be fucking metal if it wasn't so fucking terrifying. I just consider Bone Shakers to be incredibly weirdly irritating to deal with, though. Because unless you have access to Ripple Space, good luck. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, fuck, that was a detour, but you know what? Whatever, we ended up here in the end, still. That's all I can ask for. How far along are we, though? Actually surprisingly far along. the journey forward won't be nearly so painful. Jesus Christ. Like, honestly, this was good progress for this stream. But like I said, I'm hoping I'll be done by the end of the month because of the fact that I do genuinely want to like stream some other games next month. There is one game in particular that I'm planning to stream next month, and I'm hoping you guys also enjoy it because it's also very non-traditional for this whole channel that I've done. There we go. Ba-dum-bum-bum. There we go. Just a gloopy gloppy mess over here. I will say though, I really like this. You know, it's kind of cool. Just kind of cool seeing this. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like, I just kind of like this part of the entire thing. Come on. Actually, yeah, we'll go back to Shrouded Stacks quickly. Might as well, you know? I mean, like, we have an infinite source of karma flowers here. Ah, fuck. Everything. I was about to go over to the next room just to, like, get my bearings. Like, I was just gonna go get my bearings, but like, I guess back to square one then. It's kind of weird seeing the sun in Shrouded Stacks, I'm gonna be real. It's like it's bleeding through in a mocking manner. Let's see, where does this lead to? Oh! Well, this is actually pretty good for me. Christ. Alright, well, welcome back to Radiation Zone, at least. I assume it's irradiated, judging by the constant presence of this, film grain that's on my screen. I always like to assume that this region is at least irradiated to some extent. Oh yeah, that's music to my ears. As much as I would love to listen to that music for longer, though, I have to be honest, we have some more pressing matters. I ensure that you stay there while I rest. Alright, and officially Fetid Glen is infected. That leaves us with only a handful of regions left to infect. This includes Fractured Gateways, Torrid Desert, Scattered Terrace, Verdant Waterways, Migration Path, Rusted Wrecks. You know what? Let's actually create a list of all regions. I'm gonna create a notepad for this new text document called rot.txt, and then I'm just going to go ahead and list off all the regions. So, Verdant Waterways, is on the list. Sunbaked Alley, Pillar Grove, which I do know that there is a teleport over in Coral Caves for that, but like I need to spread the rot a bit further in to Coral Caves. Desert, Fractured Gateways. God, that's gonna be a pain in the ass though. I'm very glad that I didn't end up having one of my warp regions be Fractured Gateways, because that would have been a pain in the bum. Badlands as well. Holy Christ, I have to do the Badlands again. Dear God. Turbulent Pump, which also, funnily enough, has a has a Weaver inside. I put Rusted Wrecks in already, right? No, I did not put Rusted Wrecks into the list. And keep in mind, we're excluding Shattered Terrace from the list because we don't need to infect Shattered Terrace. In fact, Shattered Terrace is, as far as I'm aware, it's impossible to, you know, do Shattered Terrace. Other than that, it's Migration Path that's left afterwards. So yeah, our rot.txt is set up. That means that these are the regions left to rot away. So the more we spread the influence, the more I can lower this list down. By multiple pegs. Yeah, there's gonna be more rotten lizards, though. That's unfortunate, I guess. Were you afraid? Well, how unfortunate for you. Oh, shite. That was close. That was a close one again. Swear to God, I keep getting close to falling off whenever it comes to these infinite pits of death. I don't know what it is, but those pits always make me nervous. I love the funny dialogue that plays, by the way. It's just kind of cute. Is that a colored pearl, though? Hold on. Never mind, I think I dropped it. Jesus Christ, that's just rude. That's a colored pearl, alright. Hmm. Alright, back into this region we go. Region of Falling Stars. Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. That's what I refer Outer Rim. That's not. I refer to Outer Rim as this because it just makes sense. You know, this is basically just. I mean, like that's pretty much a defining feature of Outer Rim, if I'm being real. Alright, let's go ahead and check another region that we can do. Or explore. I want to go back to Coral Caves quickly, because I hope that the very next room, the one that leads straight into Killer Grove, is at least sufficiently rotten enough. No, this is for heat ducts. Coral Caves is the other way. God damn it. Out we go! Wow. What the fuck? What the fuck, lads? Man, this always happens to me for some reason. God, I love how purple this area is. Look, Ripple. Look, Mr. Amoeba over there. I do not want anything to do with you right now. Alright, so every cycle it's gonna spread. At least has a chance to spread to each room. It really is just random luck at the end of the day. But you know, you play the odds right, you get yourself through. Oh, and the Saint's been gone with. So straight to Pillar Grove we should go next. If the route to Pillar Grove isn't sufficiently infected enough though, then that means that we're gonna have to like go all the way back to Coral Caves temporarily. I need it to be sufficient enough so that way I can actually spread this rot more easily. Oh yeah, okay, yep, there we go. We got some rot. Is it sufficient, though? Let's prove it. With science. Whee! Oh, shit. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it's sufficient. I see black goop. I see goopies. Goopy grub. Glop, glip, glop everywhere. Pain in my ass. And a shit ton of scavengers. I swear, this region is nothing but scavengers. Alright, so now we have shelter. Now I just need food. Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it. Oh god, that is... That is not what I wanted. Ah, oh, fuck this shit, dog. Oh my god. Ah. I cannot believe the ecosystem evolved. Here. If you don't know what I mean by that, well, this game does have a very secret mechanic. If you kill a specific enemy one too many times, or a specific creature one too many times, they have a chance to evolve into a much stronger form. For example, if you kill too many pole plants, they have a chance of turning... there's a chance that eventually you're gonna instead get seaweed. Fuck the seaweed, by the way. I mean, might as well. I'm not gonna get any favors from this, am I? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. So I have sufficiently infected pillar grow. So now, up next, we gotta go through Coral Caves again and then teleport. Jeez. I'm not winning myself any favors with the noodle flies, though. Fuck that. Don't worry, I didn't touch. Ah! I did not touch your noodle fly, babies. I saw that fucking spear. Oh, shit. Okay. Sir. Sir, my mom, I did not touch your I didn't touch your children. There we go. Whee! Damn, this place is covered. Oh. That's not good. Now, is it? It looks like there's a rot lizard. Yeah, it's one of those rot lizards. Okay. It's one of those. This is gonna be one of those rots. Warping time into, where the fuck did we warp to now? Oh! Well, I mean, good on me. So all I have to do now is survive. Which, I mean, like, it's migration path. It shouldn't be too hard to survive migration path, unless I, of course, play stupidly. And start making a bunch of mistakes. But I highly doubt I'll make any stupid mistakes at all. Excuse me, guys. go. Now, for blood's sake. Fucking hate those crabs. I'm gonna be real. Fuck the barnacle crabs. I do like this region visually, at least. You know, it's actually one of my favorite regions visually speaking. Because underneath, it's very seabed-like. And up above, it's very, desert-like. It kind of has this neat contrast. I guess it's the illusion of being underwater. Ow. Alright, you cocky piles of garbage. Think you can cram up this corridor that I'm actually trying to go through later? Come on. Fucking barnacles. I swear to God. Dude, yeah, like I said, it just looks so cool over here. It just looks like you're underwater all the time. It's genuinely cool world design. Alright, let's update the rot.txt doc. Check the region progress. And migration path is completed. And I'm pretty sure Pillar Grove, yep, also completed Pillar Grove. So now that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more regions to rot. Which I'm gonna go ahead and rot at least as many regions as I can. Sunbaked Alley, Badlands, and Turbulent Pump. Let's see. Like I said, the fastest way to do it is ultimately to just rest up multiple times and, you know, like, at least try to, you know, get the rot to spread a bit. This region is full of barnacle crabs and snails, so this is actually a good place to farm for food as well. So long as you get the snail, you can then just use the snail as essentially some free food. Or at least, you know. go ahead and grab some food for tomorrow. I'm about to spread some more rot. Rot in my world until there is none left to, yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind, this is so fucking stupid. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm saying, like... But these cycles should be quick. This is a good place to farm. At this point, because, like, there's so many barnacle crabs and snails, and not a whole lot of danger, actually. I mean, sure, Coral Caves has some fucking problems right now, but, like, you know, we are going to lessen down on those problems pretty soon. Surface has been infected, so all I have to do is just simply sufficiently rot this region. Once it's been sufficiently dealt with, we then don't have to worry about coming back. Oh, shit. There you go. On the bright side, though, it does seem like you can rot multiple regions if you are so good at routing. Can't believe it. Damn it. Well, there is good news from this, though. We are farming this area out for the rot infection to spread, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep farming this area out. Until, like, it becomes sufficiently ready. I hope this isn't even fruitless either, because, like, it should be doing this. Also, what the hell is this? No bloat, no ice. Thank God that there's a video for that, by the way. Jesus Christ. I absolutely despise Windows still. But, you know, at least we have something to counter. Anyways, let's see. No, not Steam. That's not what I'm trying to open up. Why is it saying I have no connection on Steam? I clearly have a connection. That's weird. Let me look it up, actually, just to make sure that I got my calculations correct, because I don't want to spread any misinformation about the rot. Sentient rot. Technical details can be looked into sentient rot spread. Okay. Certain region groups things are relevant for sentient rot spread. Sentient rot regions are outer rim and regions with sentient rot resistance are Daemon, Shadow Terrace, Ancient Urban, and other sentient rot regions. Vanilla regions are that, obviously. If entering a warp point, including spinning top, when in a room with the sentient rot infection effect or in a sentient rot region, it attempts to infect the target room. Infection fails if the target room is located in a region with sentient rot resistance or is already infected. Furthermore, any further warp points used in the same cycle will also spread sentient rot to the target room. If the check succeeds, number of sentient rot spreads in the save file is incremented by 1. The target region is put onto the list of infected regions if it's not already there, and if it's not in the vanilla region, and the target room gets marked in sentient rot progression at rot intensity of 0.25. It's updated on every rain cycle tick. That is when the region gets loaded from crossing a warp point to it or starting a cycle in it. As it's only simulated when the region is loaded, the tick gets executed the amount of times equal to the difference of the current cycle number and the last cycle number that the region has been loaded. If the region is set to do extra sentient rot ticks, it will repeat for that many times further. The RNG function gets seeded using the sum of the campaign seed and the cycle number before doing the loop. Defined as such, if the region is a sentient rot region or the functions called outside of story, return from subroutine with no changes. For any pending sentient rot infections in the region, attempt to infect the room with 0.25 sentient rot. Gather a list of rooms in the region from sentient rot progression. For every room in the list, there's a 35% chance for the rot intensity to be increased by 0.25 up to a maximum of 1. This chance still gets rolled even if it's already 1. The clamping only applies after the random chance. For every room on the list, for every connection of the room, if the room on the other side of the connection doesn't yet have sentient rot progression, a 25% chance is rolled to spread sentient rot to it with an intensity of 0.25. So this means that theoretically, if you stay in a room, or they stay in a region for like approximately 4 cycles, you're rolling that dice a lot. So yeah, there is no guaranteed way of spreading rot to rooms. You just sort of have to like stay in an area for a ton of cycles. This might seem like a drag, and it kind of is, but like, again, the game does provide a lot. It's not a huge deal, honestly, considering the fact that I'm spending a lot of time doing this. Where I go in, I check to see rot progression. Uh-oh. Right now, the sentient rot spread hasn't done much. But it will eventually spread. So then we just gotta sort of pray to RNGesus. Over here. I don't think this is really going to affect much at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyways, but like, I highly doubt that the room is infected enough to actually warrant this. In fact, I don't think this is going to make much of a difference at all yet. Oh, shit. Like, if it's not sufficient enough, then that means that we're gonna warp again. Basically, as long as you stay in a rotted region, it will spread its rot quite a bit. Spinning Top is an interesting case, though, because she spreads the rot infection by 20 cycles. This is why, like, whenever you visit her at the beginning of the campaign, it slowly becomes more rotted. Kind of. So the general tip I have is, oh, never mind, it does count. Ah, okay. I just looked over at it and it turns out, yep, it does count. So now Badlands has been infected. Would you look at that, buddies? Oh, okay, that's pretty good progress, actually. We can do one more cycle of doing this. I'm gonna do one more cycle of spreading. Because I think that would be the smart thing to do. We just continue to spread the rods as much as possible. But like I said, the generally more, you know, I will say like the best strategy I can give for like sentient rot spread is ultimately to plan things ahead of time and start doing it as early as possible, because you do not want to spend the entire time, or at least the entire time of your game, just random warping. Oh, hey, look, a rotten lizard. I mentioned it before, but I tend to skip this entire bloody region every single time I play this campaign. Because it's not it's not necessary, or at least anytime I have to go for the spinning top ending. That's because actually reaching spinning top, I mentioned it before, but it's really obnoxious. Because unless you've tamed an indigo lizard beforehand, good luck. Mm. Uh-oh. I want to get off Mr. Bonesball. Fuck me. I really should have turned invisible. I thought I was gonna be fast enough to make it, but I overestimate myself way too frequently. Really, at the end of the day, as long as you know what you're doing, you can easily rot every region. And we reduced it down to like 6. Yeah, it's 6 regions that I have to infect. If I do this a lot, then that means that I'll be, like, if I do like at least all of the regions tomorrow, and then after that comes the third likely path that I have to do. I guess that the only thing that matters is it infected enough? Presence already binds this place. Jesus Christ, thanks, game. Thanks, game. I needed that, actually, to remind myself how lucky I am. Oh, for fuck's sake. Is this drainage system? This is fucking drainage system, ain't it? God, this region is still not interesting, even when it's completely covered in rot. I'm gonna be honest. Like, yeah, covered in all the rot you want, game, it's still not a particularly interesting or fun region. Man, we have to take the detour again. I'll admit though, it is kind of novel seeing it like this. Haha, that's right. You failed to get me, you stupid chumps. Dumb liars. Can't even grab me. Oh. No, that's not helpful at all in the slightest. Actually, no, it kind of is, because it has the... Hold on. I don't care if it's rotten. All I care about is that it actually sizes. Something was in there. I don't want to imagine what it is. That was a rotten lizard. Ah, well. I did not want to be near it anyways. Oh, fucking hell, man. Ah, fuck you, 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 fuck you. Yeah, this kind of looks like that one room in the outskirts. Except it's not, well, outskirts. Like I said, this is fucking drainage system. Great. How pleasant. Alright, so where's the way out again? I don't even remember. Because I didn't want to spend too long in this area. This area is fucking terrifying. I don't have much time anyways. Oh, that's just great. Ah. Fucking noises, I swear to God. They're so terrifying when you actually hear them in their pain screams. What an awful fate to succumb to. Alright, well, we're detouring to Outer Rim again. I mean, like, to be honest, this was just a detour. Should have taken a different turn at some point, but whatever. Alright. We gotta recuperate now. That brings into question though, where to next? Like, which region do I use next as a warp point? What game are you playing? This is Rain World. Specifically, I'm playing the Watcher DLC that released back last year. And this is a game where you play as basically just a lowly animal in an ecosystem. It's actually a really cool game, but it's also punishing if you don't know what you're doing. It's the kind of game that really forces you to experiment with how the game works and all of its systems in order to figure it out, because this game does not hold your hand outside of, like, cycle 0, which is basically just the first cycle that you have to, where you basically just learn the basics of the game anyways. You eat food, then you have to find shelter before the rain comes. And then after that, the game basically just says, you're on your own. Good fucking luck. They don't tell you where to go at all, and they don't tell you how anything else works. So it's kind of very... I would say that it's more comparable to something like an immersive sim than it is a Metroidvania, because like in a Metroidvania, you generally have a set path of exactly how things work, and more importantly, when you come across an obstacle in a Metroidvania, you only come back to it once you've acquired a requisite ability. Whereas in this game, it's more about learning how to traverse the area. It's more like Tunic and Outer Wilds in that sense, if I have to be real. Because like in those games, you could go anywhere at any time. In fact, quite literally speaking, if you know what you're doing, you can reach the ending of the game very quickly without even having to go to a majority of the regions, compared to a Metroidvania where you practically have to explore every region in order to get all the requisite abilities to get to the ending. In a game like Rain World, you can reach the ending as soon as you begin the campaign, so long as you know exactly where to go. Like I said, kind of like with Outer Wilds, where in Outer Wilds you could reach the end of that game in the very first cycle, provided you know exactly where you need to go. Anyways, this is the throne, by the way. If you're new here, this is basically the center of sentient rot. Because for some reason, I've seen a lot of video games that embrace the idea of the rot consumes. There's some very Gnostic themes about the rot, though, I'm not very familiar with. Anyways, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to spread this infection. Because I'm under the whims of some higher being up at the top. Actually, you know what? Let's give him a visit. Let's give this guy a visit, because he's the best boy and he considers us an equal. And it's likely been aeons since we've seen each other anyways. But yeah, you can tell why I like this guy a lot. He's just a friendly little guy. I mean, sure, like I said, sure, he wants his kingdom to spread through the rot, but, you know, a small price to pay at the end of the day. Whee! Alright, little godlet, let's go. Oh, for the love of God, not again. Why is it always... Why is it every single time? Sir, this is the thing that happens every single time I enter this region. Every single time. Swear to God. I still have like 6 more regions to rot. But if I can rot pretty much all of them, then that would be good. Likely not to happen this stream though, because like spread of sentient rot is kind of difficult for me. Alright, so let's rest up here, and then I'm gonna spread the rot one final time, and then we'll end stream. God. Let's see, if I could possibly... I don't know. I don't know exactly if we'll be able to do it, but I'm hoping to be able to do it, because this is a painful process, and God help you if you don't even bother to start the process at all. Don't start the process, then, well, shame. It becomes painful. This is not what I wanted. Because, like, I already infected the surface. Okay, well, in that case, going back. There we go. Okay, so that was a bust, but don't worry. Don't consider it a failure just yet. Rather, I just consider it informative. And that's kind of the thing with me, though, is that sometimes it's informative. Like, information is important. It's key to survival. Okay, I need to get up there again. I don't feel like taking the long way. So instead, I'm going to convolute myself up there. I'm going to do the ladder technique. Or maybe, actually, hold on. There we go. I don't even need to ladder it. All I have to do is just come back here, grab the karma flower, get to work on the process. Don't worry about the feathers, by the way, on the map screen. I mean, I'll worry about them some other time, but we're still, you know. There we go. Whee! I'm just gonna keep doing this, you know. Gotta keep doing it at the end of the day. Because it's the only way to reliably spread. Remember, he wants his influence to be known. So we're just gonna keep doing this, and then we're gonna keep referring back to my notepad to see if it's a region that we have yet to do. In this case, it looks like this is Sun-Baked Alley. Okay, so this is a region I have yet to do in terms of rotted regions. Like I said, informative. That's the important part. If it's informative, that's good. Now we just need to sleep somewhere. By the way, these waters are full of leeches. That's what those tiny little lights in the water are. I know it sounds like a scary thing, but they're only like sight-based, which is very strange. I do not understand why the leeches are sight-based enemies. It's whatever, but like, you know, it's kind of strange. That's all it is. It's just kind of fucking strange, mate. I'm pretty sure that bright light though is not a leech though. It's just either a snail or something else. But yeah, this is the reason why I'm in Ripple space right now. It's just so I can avoid any potential problems with leeches. Because leeches are pretty bad in this game. They latch onto you and will try to drown you underwater. Because they increase your weight so much that you won't be able to swim. Oh, well, that's great. There's a drop wig. Fortunately for me, though, being able to go into Ripple space comes to my advantage here. I think this is Sun-Baked Alley anyway. By the way, just so that we're all clear on this, by the way, Sun-Baked Alley is one of many starting regions you can end up in this game. But yeah, this region has been officially rotted, which is great. That means that next time we stream this game, or this next time I stream this game, it's literally just a handful of regions left. Like, I'm surprised I made so much progress on this. Kinda crazy, to be honest. Migration path, shuts back. So literally it is just turbulent pump, fractured gateways, torrid desert, rusted wrecks, verdant waterways. Yeah, it's really just those regions. And turbulent pump. Do not forget turbulent pump. Fuck that region in particular. Yeah, that's gonna be it then for tonight. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with more of this, and I'm hoping that Thursday I get the last couple of routes out of the way. I mean, like, I'm hoping to get all the routes done by Thursday because I have a specific stream in mind come March 3rd. And I'm hoping to do it because, god damn, it's a game that I've been looking forward to, and I can't wait to get my hands on it and even show you guys what it is. That's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. See y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.